Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included. In the last one, we started prepping to build our core harvesting plant here to desalinate all of our water, and that's the goal for today. We're going to start work on this. I don't think I'll be able to finish it in this episode, but we'll definitely be able to get a little bit of progress done. There's quite a few design changes and upgrades I want to make compared to our previous one, so I'm ready to do that. Also, I was just looking around, so we're still waiting for these liquids to drain, and I'm going to just wait for that to happen before I continue building over here. But interesting enough, I don't exactly know what's happening here. So you can see on the ground we have 39.6 grams of liquid nuclear waste, which this liquid pump is trying to suck up. And if you look in the liquid pipes, 39.6, 39.6, 39.6. I am really confused. Is it just like this feels like a bug to me. This feels like it's not. It feels like it's duping liquid nuclear waste, which I don't know if it is or not, but it really looks like it is. So yeah, I guess I've got more extra liquid nuclear waste in here. Bit peculiar, bit strange. We'll see if it ever stops. I don't know. I mean, eventually I'll probably just let it stop, mop it, and then really quickly dump it via a bottle emptier, but it's weird, isn't it? Anyways, let's wait for these liquids to stop, and we'll start working on building this. So while we're waiting for these last remaining liquids to be sucked up, we have sent out both of our rockets again. Both of them are, well, this one is heading back to go and pick up the last remaining graphite from the Irigeline. And this one over here is just heading out to explore the last reaches. Look, wait, this thing's back. What is this? What is this? Why does it keep doing this to me? I have no idea why this, well, I don't know what this is. If this must be a bug or something, or like a, I don't know, like an Easter egg, do you think? I don't know. I am so confused. And it keeps teleporting around to different places. Baffling. I do not understand what this is. I mean, that's where I'm going though. And then the other thing I did while I've been waiting is I've been upgrading this rocket and changing it up a little bit to add second fuel tank and then another oxidizer tank. And we added it. It's just going to pick up solids, but that's okay. And I think I was going to head to the Gilded Asteroid Field. It's gone. The other rocket's gone. What in the world? Is it somewhere else? No, the mysterious ghost. Oh, yes, it is. Here it is. It's harvesting this organic mass field. I have no idea what the point of what this is or why it's doing that. Anyways, I was gonna head up here and we'll get the fullerene, the gold, the refined carbon. It's a pretty good place. We'll just mine that probably completely, and then we'll head back since this is, I think, 10 tiles all the way up to here. I do also want to mine the conductive ore field. I think iridium is a pretty good material if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's very conductive and it has a lot of overheat temperature. Obviously, we're about to get, once I go back to this planet, Switerra, we're going to get niobium and then we'll get thermium, which is obviously better. But for this time of game, iridium will probably be able to do most of what we need anyways. So, yeah, here it is in orbit around Makista. I don't understand. It's not like the robo pilot is like analyzing the like sky or something, is it? Is that what it is? I don't know. Confusing. Very confusing. Anyways, once this is loaded up, we're going to send it out. I think this is full of databanks, so it should be good to go. It has 88 databanks. Is that enough? I don't know. I'm still not exactly sure how this works, but it does, so. Okay, it can travel 1 hex per 2 databanks. That's useful. Good to know. All right, did it just fill up? It did. Great. So I want you to go and I want you to mine this. And you're all ready, so get out of here. Bye. All right, third rocket into orbit. I might make another one for liquids, another mining one. and go and mine, like, this metallic asteroid field. We could go get some more lead and iron. It'll be molten, but we'll just plummet to somewhere, like a hot room or something. We'll suck the heat out of it. There's also some molten tungsten down here, and there's oil. There's a few liquids around the place. Well, we don't care about the chlorine, actually. There's a few that are around. Mercury, might as well get that. Not that mercury is probably very useful for us. Then there's water in the far reaches. I actually don't have a rocket that can get to these very, very edge tiles yet. I mean, I shouldn't say I can't. I could get, like, probably another rocket. I would need a third liquid tank on our current rockets to get out that far and then be able to come back. Or I would need to have, like, a refueling station on one of these other planets. Because then if I did, like, if I built a petroleum supply on Regaline, then I could easily go and mine these things out here and then just refuel it there and then come back home. I'm sure that's probably what you're supposed to do, but it's okay. I need to check, actually. I did unlock hydrogen rockets, which I do really want to get to. This will be one of the things I do here very shortly, is I'm going to make a liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen production area, and we'll start making those for rockets. We just need probably, I mean, insulate would help a little bit with having the pipes, but otherwise we'll probably do that, or we'll loop it back around so that it doesn't freeze, because it's, even in an insulated pipe, it's able to, especially with the liquid hydrogen, there's a possibility that it'll break out of the pipes. It'll turn back into a gas and break, and we don't want that, obviously. So, yeah, I don't know. They're slightly faster than petroleum engines, but I have no idea how far their range is. It might still be just a liquid fuel tank, but I don't know. Anyways, all of that aside, sending out our rockets, and we are getting close, hopefully, down here, to having most of this far side drained out. I just want to be able to remove all of these liquid pipes in the background. Anyways, I don't know how I keep on finding all these different types of bugs. So, if you look inside here, it's a yellow alert, because Bert got back and I forgot to put on their suit. So they walked out here and tried to scald themselves, and I told them to go back in, and I put a yellow emergency alert on putting on their Atmos suit. And so they did put on the Atmos suit and walked off, and now the Atmos suit's gone, but the yellow alert remains. Maybe if I do something like this and then put it back. Uh-oh. So I'm guessing on a reload it'll fix itself. Hopefully. Otherwise, maybe where's Bert even at? Maybe I can go and set the Atmos suit back to 5. Whatever. Anyways, down in the pits here, we've completed sucking up all the liquid. I'm so sorry to all this poor sea life. I really, this is horrible, honestly. Anyways, so all this liquid is gone, and we're just gonna rip out the pipes and the liquid pumps, and we'll be good. Also, I do find this very funny that there's just an ethanol gas, like, there's almost 6 kgs of ethanol gas through here, but what are we gonna use it for? I mean, eventually, I don't know, there's no use for it. I could burn it, but that's about it. Anyways, rip all of this out, and we are going to start working on the actual thing. Also, important to note, if you look at, like, these tiles in here, 850, oh wait, no, 870 kgs of natural gas per tile in this one, 970 kgs of natural gas in this one, 119 in this one. Over here, we're at 202. Every single one of these was well over 1,000 for the longest time. I am concerned that we are using more natural gas than we are using by quite a bit. These natural gas generators are now running almost 50 to 60% every single cycle, which I don't think we were able to support that many, because each of these uses 90 grams per second of natural gas, and each of these produces only 90, right? Or around 100, I think. This one's blocked. Let me look at this one. They don't even produce 90. They produce 83.3. So all of these consistently can run 6-ish, like 5.5 maybe, natural gas generators at 100%, or double that at half the time. So we could run probably around like 10 or 11. We are currently running 15. So we're running just a bit more than what we can produce. Basically, what I'm getting at is we're going to have to start getting more natural gas. So oil wells, they produce natural gas. And then we have on this map, we have, I think, 2 or 3 natural gas geysers. There's one right here. There's a natural gas geyser. And then up at the top of the base, we also have this natural gas geyser, which I've kind of forgotten about and didn't really do anything with. I just kind of tamed it in, but obviously it overpressurized. So, anyways, we need to work on we need to work on getting a little bit more natural gas. But that it's not a high priority since we still do have a pretty large buffer. 900 kgs per tile is a lot of natural gas. And also, this will produce a tiny bit of power for us, so it'll take a little bit of strain off of our natural gas generators. So we really do need this project to be underway. So all I want to know is how. How in the hell did you even get down into here? I, I did you couldn't have walked down these sides, but you did somehow. What? I don't think there's any ice left in this entire biome either that could have melted under your feet. So, like, seriously, how did you get down here? Go mine that and you'll be free, but... Wait. No, can you get back out that way? Yeah, you can. How in the world did you get down here? I'm so baffled. All right. Sometimes these dupes, they just can get into the most incredible places, truly. Wow. Okay. I've torn out almost all of the pipes in the background, and now we're just going to do a little sweep of this area before I start building. Don't want any random liquids and stuff like that. Also, I can see all this polluted water came back. It must be dripping down from up here. That's my only guess. Yeah, not much I can do about that. I could just rip out this whole biome, and I will here soon, but I don't want to dump all this water straight down. I'll probably just put like a liquid pump here. And maybe I'll build a tile wall up here and seal it in a bit better. Anyways, gonna have to mop all that up again. All right, this rocket has been loaded up with 16.7 tons of graphite. So I think it's about time that we head it back and drop off our brave dupes. Another good shipping run done. Let's see. So, yep, and they fueled up enough to get back home, which is all I really care about. Yes. Launch. There we go. Off back home, and then I think, let's see. Is this rocket done? Yes, it's finished grabbing all of it. And... okay. Wait for the autosave. Okay. Yep. Storage is full. Tons and tons of material. Lots of gold and fullerene and stuff like that. So, you are also going to head right back home. Great. All rockets will be back home here shortly. And we're still digging all this out. Alright, so I restocked the landing rocket here, and I kind of want to go to another planet. Now, I need to decide which one to go to. The thing I kind of really want to get is visco-gel. So we can make some really tight liquid locks, and then same for like down in the bottom down here, when we get our vacuum room out, we can make a really nice flush looking, I guess, vacuum room, because this still can go up to 500 degrees almost, and Our steam room shouldn't be that hot. If it is that hot, then things are breaking. So it would be quite nice to get this. So what we need is isosap. And I do not exactly know where you get isosap from. I also don't know if you get sap first. Harvested from a grumpy tree. Okay. What? And then you what? Cool it down and it turns, or you heat it up and it turns into. Oh no, this is solid sap, not isosap. I see. Okay. Um. Okay, so I need to go somewhere that has sap. Is it this planet? Is it the gassy moo planet, or I don't know. I might I honestly might look it up because I do want to go to all the planets eventually, but I don't want to spend a bunch of time going around and around and around trying to figure out which one it is actually at. So I'm gonna look it up where you get isosap from so we can make visco-gel. And that'll be useful for building this down here. Okay, so I took a look at the wiki, and it normally spawns on an asteroid called the Marshy asteroid, but since we have both the DLC asteroids, it got replaced, and I'm almost positive it got replaced by Isilios, because there's a tungsten volcano, and it says that that always will spawn with the thing. And the way it works is there's a tree that we have to feed food that then produces sap. Um, so what I think what I'm gonna do for today's episode, at least, is I'm going to send our rocket over. We're going to build the rocket platform on this planet. And then what we can do is we can start figuring out what food we want to ship over and things like that. It looked like higher foods with higher caloric densities are better than well, obviously they're better. They're more efficient to feed the tree with. Tree? I don't know. It's kind of like the living tree that eats food that dupes eat or eats dupes. Anyways, I think as you can see, we have almost 6 million kcals of barbecue. So I think that's what we're going to send over. It has a pretty good caloric density comparatively. Of all of our foods, I think barbecue actually had the highest right now. Berry sludge might have been higher, but barbecue is pretty good. It's 4,000 kcals per kilogram. Um, Most of our other foods, like cooked seafood, is only 1,800 kcals per kilogram, at least according to the wiki. So what I think I want to do is we're going to go and today we're going to send over the rocket. We're going to land. We're going to build our rocket platform there so it's easy and we don't have to deal with, throwing a dupe down onto the planet. And then what we can do is we can start figuring out how we want to feed the tree and bring the sap back here. Because then what you need to do is you need to heat the sap over 125 degrees, and that's what produces the isosap. So, I mean, obviously we have our, down here, we can easily, well, it used to be really easy. It's now a bit cold in here. I will be putting in a heating thing here to just draw out the last remaining bits of heat. But we can definitely use this to heat the sap over the temperature to get our isosap, and then that's what you use to produce visco-gel in the molecular form. Or in insulate. Insulate also requires isosap, which we don't have any use for insulate just yet, but if we want to do things with like liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen rockets, insulate can be useful, as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode. So let's get this rocket launched and head over there. Down here, I think they're still sweeping a little bit, but we're getting close to being able to start setting up the basic infrastructure. Basically, I want to build a box and I want to vacuum out the carbon dioxide at least. So let's send over this rocket here. Did they finish? They never relocated any of that, and then there's still some stuff in here that needed sweeping, but it's whatever. The fridge is full, and do they have any like materials? I'm sure. Well, wait a minute. How close is this rocket? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we don't have to bring extra fuel and oxidizer to restock, but we should be good. I'm just gonna we're going to summon our crew, and we will be ready. Also, with these ladders, they're broken. They need to be repaired, but they can still walk on them, which is, or at least they can still get into here somehow, and I'm not exactly sure how they're getting in, but I won't complain. Yeah, let's see. Wait. Yeah, okay, sure. Just right up the broken ladder. Weird. Anyways, I will update when we get to or closer to the planet. Okay, so this is the planet. It has a radioactive crust, and I can't really see much. There is a bonbon tree here. This is DLC from the Frosty planet. This produces nectar, and that is used for sucrose. Well, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna land here. We're gonna build our rocket platform. I have no idea if the tree is on this planet or not. It might not be. It might be on like this one. Can't tell here either, can you? Who knows? Or it could be on this one for all I know. But I'm pretty sure it said it always spawns with a tungsten volcano, and so I'm kind of cheating a little bit looking at the geysers, and it says there's a tungsten volcano on this planet. So let's try to land our duplicate. All right. Disable this. And then take this suit. Rivaldo. Put on that. Thank you. All right. So first things first, we're going to deploy our modules. Thankfully, this planet is not as bad as the last two, and it doesn't look like it's just going to immediately kill us. So we're going to land right here, grab our steel, and build our rocket platform. No problem. Actually, well, good thing to always check is how tall is this? Okay, so we need to build our rocket platform at the bottom of this little dip, but that shouldn't be any problem. And then there's granite and sedimentary rock down here, so there will be material for him to build stuff with. Let's see, what time of day is it? I'm going to wait for the next cycle, and then we'll get around to launching him down. All right, he should be awake and ready to... Yep, he's awake. He's in his atmo suit. He's still got oxygen. That's all good. Duplicate. Rivaldo. Deploy. And you are going to go right here. All right. Down you go. Woo! And... Wonderful. Okay. So... Obviously, it's a very, very, very cold planet. Oh, well, I think there's mammoths around. Rivaldo, I know you just had it's not probably the most fun landing, but it's all right. Open that. Yeah, it's a little bit... It's bright, and... Actually, it's not that bright. Oh, because it was nighttime. If you do this quickly, you won't get sunburned, Rivaldo. Think about it. Open that. Thank you. And then... It takes so long to open these, it's so annoying. Rocket platform will go here. Is this enough height? Let's see. That will be 34 tiles. We need one lower. Since this is still a max height rocket, because whatever. Alright, so that should be... That's 36 tiles. Well, that's all good. Rivaldo, you're gonna have to mine those. Oh, and then... We'll see how this goes. I think he's still doing all right. It's a little bit radioactive out here, but not as bad as the previous planet, I think, hopefully. It might still be pretty bad. And unfortunately, I keep forgetting to move the Spacefarer module down the rocket so that way I don't have to build as many ladder segments, but it's all right. So, Rivaldo, let's have you come over here for a second and strip mine all of that while we land the rocket. Go like that. Great. Okay. There it is. Wonderful. Working great. Now, this might kill a few creatures here because it's such a cold planet normally. And we want to build... you can't build there because it's a... Okay. Eventually, I'll make this solid ladders. They don't have to do the weird jump thing. But for right now, with Baldo, it's easier if I just do it like this. And then that is your higher priority. Okay. I don't think anything's going to go wrong on this planet, so I'm just going to... Well, We'll wait here for a second. And then pretty soon we're going to dig it down a little bit further, see if there's anything else here. It doesn't, I don't see the tree yet, and I thought it would spawn fairly high up, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Oh, you have a little bit of radiation sickness. I probably should have gotten some rad pills for you, but it's okay. You'll be fine. What's a little bit of radiation really gonna hurt? Honestly. Okay, just 3 more ladder segments. You're almost back in. You're all good. What time is it? Okay, you've got time. Come on, Travoldo. Woo, woo. Our brave dupe. Oh, why did you... I know why you didn't. You need to go back inside and do that real quick, would you? Okay. Where are you going? What are you doing? No, 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 no. We are going to say you are going right back inside. Okay, and you immediately ignore me. And what are you actually doing? No, 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 no. What? Now what are you doing? Huh? What did you need that steel for? Oh my god. Go inside. Go inside. Turn on the Atmos suit, Doc. There you go. Okay, now you're allowed outside, okay? Now you can go and do all of that kind of shit. Actually, and we don't want to deliver that in case we need steel on this planet for something. Okay, Travolta, what are you doing? Going inside? Good. Go inside, and we will... You can relax for a little bit. So, we've landed. I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna set up a ladder down into this place. Do I care about releasing the oxygen to the vacuum of space? Not really. So let's just dig across here and we'll put a ladder right, like, I don't know, right here. And we'll just go down into this place. Now, hopefully, Travaldo, you probably should just stay inside for a little bit, honestly. You know what? I'm going to put you on a downtime schedule here, Travaldo, for a little tiny bit. Can they... Hopefully that's all good. All right, I'm gonna cut here to them digging down a little bit, see if the tree is here. Okay, I've got a slim suspicion. I think it's through this door. Yeah, go submit your bioscan. Yep. Okay, great. It was on this planet. Do not go in there. You're not allowed in there. Okay, Travaldo? That is somewhere you're not allowed to go. That tree will attack you. But do take this old X-ray while you're at it. You know, get that in here if you don't mind. Thanks. Clicked all over. Okay, so yeah. So this is the tree. It's experiment 52B X1, I guess, 'cause it's just one of them. Um, but you can see it already has a little bit of sap there, and there's a little bit of sap around it. I wonder if it's been when these puffs die and they turn into meat. I wonder if it's been eating them. I'm almost positive that's what it is. Honestly, of all the planets, like, it's kind of nice that it's on a DLC planet because theoretically I could take like these plume squashes and I could feed it here, or I could make a farm and feed it here. But I do think it's just easier if we shipped over our barbecue from another planet. What I could do is I could use like an interplanetary launcher on our main planet, fill it with barbecue, and then I believe we would use this, and we would just have a shipping rail on planet to deliver the food right to this tile or one of these 3 tiles. It'll feed, it'll eat, and then it releases the sap, and we'll have to get in here next episode, put in some liquid pumps and infrastructure, and we'll pump the sap out, and we can bring it back using a rocket or another interplanetary launcher. We could use one of these and launch the items right back to our home planet, and then we'll deal with it there. There are a bunch of geysers and things, and I don't remember exactly how you produce power on this planet. Um, there was some way. It's been a little while since I played the this planet pack. Was it Flox's turn produced wood and then you burned that? Is that what it was? Because yeah, you shear them, they produce wood, and then you can burn it in the what? The wood burner, maybe something like that. Anyways, we're going to get to that next episode. I think this is a pretty good spot to leave off for this one. We're on this planet. We've made it. And over on our main planet, we have finished cleaning up this area and it is prepared, but I really do want visco-gel just for the liquid locks. It'll make them a lot, they'll look a lot nicer. And the main reason we need visco-gel instead of mucin, they're similar. Mucin's a little bit less viscous. Well, not a little bit. Is a lot less viscous than visco-gel, obviously. But the main thing is mucin can't get over 90 degrees before it just, turns into polluted water and it's completely useless. We would lose the liquid lock. Down here, it's pretty warm, and then the inside of our steam room will obviously be over 200 degrees, probably, if we're running this thing well. So we can't use mucin on the interior liquid lock, at least. We're going to have a similar situation to up here where we have a vacuum um, to a vacuum seal so that the temperature doesn't leak out because it's going to be hot. So anyways, that's going to be next episode, probably getting the first visco-gel. We're getting another space material. We're getting closer to getting all of them. Not consistently, but we're getting all of them. So, yeah. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.